Alrighty, so setting up the camera. Good morning to you all. Thank you for tuning into this video. In regards to what direction are you taking in life, where are you heading in life, and the add-on to that is what conversation are you constantly having with yourself? Very important. So who am I? I'm Neil Kerr. Some I'm known as the Colonel, the mind mechanic. And to myself, I am the man responsible for creating the lifestyle that I choose to live. It's up to me to build it, to create it, to implement it, to sustain it, to maintain it, construct it, design it. Any way you want to look at it, we as the individual, as a divine intellectual being created by cosmic forces, we are without any doubt responsible for leading the life that we choose to lead and directing it accordingly. And that starts with your thoughts. A little favorite saying of mine that I've just brought upon recently is that we conduct ourselves the way that we educate ourselves. Something very important to probably reflect upon and go over is that we conduct ourselves based on how we educate ourselves. So think about that one. How are you educating yourself? What are you reinforcing? Meaning, where are you going in life? What direction are you taking? Now, if you tune in to my videos from here on forth, you'll see a lot of times I make reference to the same statements, because it's this repetitiveness that reinforces the message, the understanding of things. So take stock, right? Gather up for a moment your thoughts that you know from an intellectual perspective are of no service to you. Now, what's an example of that? When you start saying, oh man, this is not working out for me, oh fuck, I'm shit, or this always happens, this is a fuck job. Just anything that's of a negative nature is of a non-beneficial nature. It is of no service to you. Well, it is of service to you, but not a healthy service, right? Think of this. If I said to you, what is the best way to clean your floors? Or to mop a floor, what type of water would you use? You may say to me, hot water, or clean hot water, or clean hot soapy water, okay? Because it's not a difficult question, yet many people would be a little bit stumped. They'd be thinking, it's a little bit straightforward. So, we agree now that the best way, there's obviously other ways, but just for the sake of this conversation, to use an example so we can get on the same page right now. The best way to clean a floor or mop a floor is with clean, hot, soapy water. Okay, yes, this is correct. Now that we've made that statement, now that we've agreed upon that as being intellectually correct, now I put forth to you, mop the floor with a bucket full of mud. What are you going to do? What are you going to say? You're going to say, that's stupid. That's non-beneficial. That's counterproductive. That's not going the right way about it. And that's why I say, which way are you going in life? Where are you going? What direction are you taking? How are you going about things? About how you conduct yourself, how you educate yourself. This is all upon you. And it comes down to that question. Where are you going in life? Where are you heading in life? Are you trying to fucking mop the floors clean with muddy fucking water and then whinging and complaining, and then everyone says to you, hey, this is their friendly advice, you're probably better off changing the water. But you will have to do more than change the water, because you've been filling your bucket up with mud and dunking it and trying to clean a dirty floor with a dirty mop and putting it back in and so on and so forth. You have to clean out that bucket of all of that mud. So the reference of this is going into yourself and cleaning yourself out of all of these non-beneficial ways, changing your direction of things. Okay, and it is a challenge, yet it is a simple matter of making a decision to alter your direction. Tony Robbins, so many people are going west chasing a sunrise, or going east chasing a sunset. You're doing things that are counterproductive and non-beneficial to you. And a lot of this comes back to your self-talk. How are you starting your day? Are you constantly feeding this little freaking annoyance or complaint? Oh, I don't want to be here, this is shit, blah, blah, blah. Well, you need to change it. Change it, people. Look for alternatives. Look for a new direction to get to where you want to get to. It's that freaking simple. You as the individual, you have made your mind up. You have made your mind up to make it hard, to make it difficult, to make it boring, to make it a struggle. Because you're feeding that realm. You're putting fucking mud in the bucket and trying to fucking mop the floor with muddy water. And this is the funny part, or the interesting part, and in a way it is funny, because it's like, what the fuck? Someone comes to you and says, hey, you need to empty that bucket out, you need to wash it out before you put the clean water in. Because, listen to me right now, please. So this will help you understand some stuff. Like right now, you'll just have a light bulb moment. When someone says, I already tried that, it didn't work out, that's the person who put the clean water in the dirty fucking bucket. Oh, I tried that, didn't work out. Yes, I put the clean water in, it went dirty, didn't work out. No, it didn't work, clean the floors properly. It just got dirty again. Because you didn't put the effort in. Now, what does it take? Effort. What is it going to require? Effort. This is the key word. Effort. It's not that it's hard, it's not that it's a struggle, it's just a simple case of you, the individual, the conscious-minded being with a subconscious mind of an intellect. Hey, if you can wipe the shit from your own ass, then you can fucking create a magical life. So that's on you. Where you're going in life, how you're going about it, that is on you to alter, to change, to correct. Simple as that. If you damaged your writing hand, right, it's up to you. Instead of saying I can't write, it's up to you to find a way where you can continue to write words or express. So what would you do? You would potentially use a voice text, right? So it's up to you. Instead of sitting there in your dirty mop bucket complaining, it's up to you to alter the situation. Okay, I can't write at the moment, but I potentially could learn to write my left, probably going to be messy. What other options do I have? Well, you could type with your left hand. like I said, voice to text. You could do voice recording and send voice recording. You understand what I'm getting at? I'm just using this as a simple example on changing your directions, which is also in reflection to changing your thought pattern, which is your attitude, which then goes into your behavior, which then goes into back into your thinking. It's a loop. Because how you think and how you feel is how you behave and is how you act, which creates an attitude, which is a mentality, which influences how you think again, which then reinforces how you behave and act. There's that Indian proverb about the two wolves. Which wolf do you want to feed? The wolf of good or the wolf of bad? That's up to you. So you're the feeder, meaning you're the creator of all that is and potentially is yet to be. Listen to that. Listen to that. Listen to that right now. That you are the feeder, the creator of all that is and all that is yet to potentially be. All that is yet to potentially be. And I mean all that is to potentially be. All that is fucking going to bring you down, or all of that which will rise you up. So which direction do you want to take in your life? And it's like, don't wait for, I'll do it tonight, or I'll do it tomorrow, or I'll do it next week, or I'll do it when I'm 50, I'll do it when I'm retired, I'll do it when I get a girlfriend, I'll do it when I get a better job. Life's not a bus stop, okay? Don't wait around for things. Be ready for their presence. Be ready for their arrival. That's how you change that up. Always put yourself in a position to be ready for something to present itself. Meaning you must move towards that outcome being present. Does that make sense to you right now? So you don't wait. Just like I said, you are the feeder and the creator of all that is yet to potentially be. So it's going to start with a thought, or how you think right now has created emotions, feelings, belief system, which has then gone into developing a foundation, a program of behaviors, of actions, of doings, which then from that reinforced feelings and thoughts, which reinforced behaviors, which then created a direction. See how this all ties in together? So remove yourself from the blame game, remove yourself from being what's called a victim mentality. And a lot of you, this is what's going to hurt you the most, and you'll debate this, and you'll say, what do you know? You don't know me, rah, 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 rah. I don't need to know you, I need to know myself. And I know enough of myself that this goes on in many an individual. So it's not that I need to know you, because I already know from my own experiences that you are potentially already going through this on a mental level. And then that may be what comes across as like, fuck, it's like you know me. How do you fucking know all this shit? Because you're not the only person who's going through this. You think that you're suffering all on your own. You think you're the only one with these issues. Okay? You're not. You think you're special because you're making suffering and your lack of being more than who you are a priority, and some type of you've converted it into a status, into a direction. You think it's like, damn it, if I said to you, see this path you're walking along, you keep walking along, you're going to fall off a cliff. And you'll probably say, what would you know? I've never seen you walk here, blah 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 blah. No, because I stopped walking on this track. So what I do is I walk past here every day, once in a while, sometimes in a week, like this is this video, right? And I say, hey, how you going? By the way, that goes here and these go there, and you probably like them better. But hey, that's up to you. If you want to keep walking down this path and fall off the cliff, then that's your story, that's your direction. But why would you want to take that type of direction? So you see what I'm getting at? A lot of people, you're standing your ground, debating that you're going the right way, and you're afraid. That's why I wanted to get back on to that. This is the bizarre thing. This is what makes it funny. That you're afraid that if you change yourself for the better, that no one's going to like you. Now, how funny and crazy and silly is it to think like that? That's like saying you're better off walking off a cliff. Debating with me or anyone else to say that, no, I'm going to walk down this track that I know nothing of, that everyone keeps telling me leads off a cliff. And there's probably signs too. Now, these are the signs in life. When you're watching these type of videos, these are those signs on the footpath that say, warning, steep, drop off in 10 meters. And it gets closer and closer and closer. Then the things fall apart. The job falls apart, the relationship falls apart, you fall apart. And then you're looking for this excuse, oh, I've got depression. Now look up the word depression as it is on the word from a scientific level. Right? It's not a fucking disease. Right? It's just you reinforcing a low, heavy moment. Because it goes back into what direction are you taking? So these things just reinforce themselves, right? Which create weight, which then create a depression. See how this all works? So it's what you feed, what you constantly are feeding is what you are constantly creating. And it presents itself in a physical manner. It manifests. Hence the direction. Hence asking you, like where do you want to go in life? What's the direction you're taking right now? Are you getting a lot of people? Now here's the kicker. If people are already walking down that track and they're saying, oh, I want to go down here, it's pretty. Okay, it's a bit like the person who smokes cigarettes and says, oh, you shouldn't smoke. Now, you've been programmed that don't take advice from people. What it is, not necessarily is it advice. What it is a communication to you from an internal level where you're thinking of certain things like, oh, I should probably give up smoking, right? Because that's you starting to feed a certain vibration of benefit. So the world around you is going to tune in on that, and you're going to get highlights of these certain things, right? Things that go on in your life are forms of communication to either say you're doing the right thing or you need to do something a bit better for yourself. And we go back to the freaking mopping the floor with the muddy bucket. So if you're in a relationship, or you live in a certain environment or a certain job, and you're just not getting ahead, take stock, take stead, gather up who you are as a person first. Right? Once you begin to acknowledge that, you will see things around you begin to alter, because they are a reflection of what you feed. It's simple as this, as casting seeds that grow weeds into the soil, as seeds that grow fruit, vegetables and flowers into the soil. It's that simple. What are you casting? What direction are you taking? A little poem or phrase that I made up a long time ago is, in the silence of your complaints, remember this, that you chose to walk upon the path laden with thorns. You understand what I'm saying right now? It's everything. It's a freaking, pretty much, it's a conscious decision. Like I said, if you can wipe your shit from your own ass, people, then you have everything you need to create a better life, to make better decisions, to go in a better direction. And you must feed that. It's not a one-off thing. Like I said, the people who go, oh, I tried that. It's basically you fuck all effort is what try is. Fuck all effort. Right? Fuck all effort. Fuck all effort. You didn't try shit. You didn't do anything. Right? Because that's what it comes down to. What effort are you putting in? And what are you prioritizing? There's guys out there like, oh, how do I get chicks? How do I do this? You know what? The question you need to ask first is, say, how do I enhance myself? How do I enhance myself? Right? Because a lot of the good things that come to us are byproducts from us improving our self, being successful within the self, the development of the mind, which is spirit, attitude, behaviors, thinking processes. Then you become more disciplined, more organized, okay? You're willing to give things a go, you're willing to make the effort, and you repeat that and you feed that. Then, all of a sudden, when you're going out into social events, because you're of this disciplined nature, you're organized, there's a inner success, a success within the inner self, the internal self. This emits externally of being successful. Remember, the definitions that a lot of you are conducting yourself on, or through, or by, or from, is a generalized default social media stimuli, okay, based through a social status. So you're fucking confused on who you're meant to be, how you're meant to act, all this type of shit. Right? Because you, like they say, you're trying to live up to the Joneses. So what you need to do is just tap into what is your version. So it starts with the version of you. If you sit down right now, what is my ultimate version? What is the ultimate version of my life? Not through fucking society. This is the key right here. What is your version? Without being influenced by society. I understand we live in society. So what is it that you want out of society? Not from, out of. What What do you want to obtain out of society? What is available to you? Money is available to you. Now, do you really want that fucking fancy car? Do you really want that? Or is that just some internal program? I don't really want that. I'd like just fucking maybe a nice classic bike because that's what you want, that's what you like. Maybe you'd like to have a really freaking nice boat. Maybe you'd like to have a lot of land. Then you have to tap into who is that type of person, who is that version of you. So create an internal success. Find the directions in your life, the thinking, the behaviors that promote that. And also, begin to communicate with those type of people that represent those natures that already reside within you. Because here we are casting the seeds into the garden that grow the fruits, the vegetables, the flowers, things of benefit. You understand? Do you realize something? Weeds are of a benefit nature. They can be grown and then converted into a mulch. You understand that? Meaning this. So failure can be considered a weed. You think it doesn't bring you benefit, but it actually brings you knowledge on how to do things better. Think about that. So consider that as a weed which you can break down and convert into a mulch. A green mulch. Okay? So take this video. Looks good. Take this video, take what I've said. Maybe you'll take it to heart. That's up to you. In a way, good, because I'm touching on a nerve that you already know needs to be addressed. And you're too busy hanging on to these issues and these dramas because you've built up. This is the thing. Here's the kicker. You've literally built up a world, a realm, a system, and what I call an attention system in your life and in your fucking mind that you fucking control to get attention. That's just right. When people say, "Oh, I've just a quick question," and then you go on and make a statement that you have a problem or an issue, that's not a question. That's a statement because you've conditioned yourself. You have conditioned yourself to highlight all your flaws in the beginning as some way of being accepted by other people. And this is where it sucks, because the people around don't want to hurt your feelings. So they be delicate in addressing it, and then that reinforces to you that that's how you conduct yourself. Because remember, how you conduct yourself is how you educate yourself. So in highlight to that, if that's what's going on in your life, then you're educating yourself poorly. So it's more than reading the books or watching little videos like this and listening. It's repetitiveness. Okay. I used to say, just because you got a pack of seeds doesn't make you a gardener. You understand that? This goes back to the people, I tried that. So you bought a pack of seeds and you thought, yeah, I tried being a gardener I bought some seeds. That doesn't make you a fucking gardener. Okay? I mean, far out. If it was, and then you go, oh, it's so hard, and then you hear, well, if it was so easy, everyone would do it. It's not that it's so easy, right? It's just that people, potentially you and everyone else, you're not making the equivalent effort. So you need to get the packet of seeds, but also you need to prepare the soil. And then you got to put the seeds in the ground. I mean, you can just throw them and hope for the best. That's a bit like just going with the flow in life. You know, rolling with the punches, taking it as it comes. Or you can begin to become a little structured. So, for example, I was offered some work the other day, I would have made some good coin. But I made a decision to go, I'm not interested in that type of work anymore. I'm not going to just go and chase work for the sake. I mean, I'm not, I would really use the dollars. But I made the sacrifice. I made a compromise to go, you know what, universe, no, I will like this. This is what I want. This is the direction I want to go. So, look, if you really, really, truly want to keep walking down a path that's just going to be more than a dead end, but literally a booby trap, and you're going to end up with broken limbs, and I tell you this, and everyone starts telling you this, and you still feel convinced that you're going the right way, then off you go. And people, if you're listening to this and you're like, yeah, I've been trying to tell my friend that and this and this girl that I'm into, if they're not interested, you gotta move on, because you're wasting your time and your energy in your life. What you can do is little videos like this, or write a book, or create a membership site and give off these little bits of information, or do these type of lectures or whatever, this long ass fucking videos where you speak your mind, you speak your truth, you share your personal experiences, because this is my personal experience. I'm able to talk like this because I was of this mentality. Okay? So that's what I'm getting at. You think you're all your own individual suffering this, and you're the only one having a hard time and no one cares? You know what it is? It's not that. Here we go. Here's some more truth coming at you. It's that you don't fucking care about yourself. Oh, yes, I do. All right. Fire away. Write a list. Here are the reasons. Write down. I care about myself because. Do you brush your teeth every fucking night? Do you comb your hair, brush your hair? Do you look good? Do you get nice clothes? Now, I'm not saying you have to buy $50, $60, $70, $100 shirts or $50 pants. You can still look good. It's about making decisions. It's about making the effort to go to a garage sale where the rich people live. Right? Maybe investing in a sewing machine, or going to your nana or your auntie or whoever, getting some lessons how to sew because you want to make your own cool clothes out of secondhand clothes or recycled clothes. Man, there's so many options. I'm tapping into recycling. It's 10 cents a bottle. There's 50 bottles to a bag. That's $5. Now it's based on the effort. So if you get 3 bags a day, that's $15 over a course of a week, 7 days a week. That's $105. I think. Try that out. 15 times 7. And then over a year, we did the maths. It's like $4,060 or $80. Not a bad little chunk of change. And the good thing about it is your what's called rubbish. It's actually, you're picking up 10-cent coins. So can you imagine? This is what I'm saying. Think about this now. If you saw all these 10-cent coins on the footpath, and you're like, wow, look at all these 10-cent coins everywhere, and they're just sitting there, I'm sure you would pick them up because of the value you've put into that, and that's that bit of it's nickel and fucking tin and zinc and whatever else metal is in there. It's just metal that's had a number stamped on it, and everyone's agreed and said, yep, I forward the motion, hands up, that represents 10 cents. What is cents? CENTS. Look that up. It's like century, right? Centurion. So century is 100. So what actually is cent or cents? See what I'm getting at? So it's understanding language, understanding what's going on in your own mind, being responsible for that, accepting that, hey, it's up to me now. It's not about that person's lucky or that person got it. It's what it is like I said, it's a residual effect. So people who come from wealth, it's because one person decided to make a shitload of fucking effort, right? And then teach someone who went, okay, this is cool. Then they made the effort. Then they made the effort. They made the effort. And then people grew up in this environment. But that doesn't mean you disconnect yourself if you haven't grown up from that environment. You understand that? That means that you now have the responsibility to change your environment. Like I said, once you get to the conscious age of wiping the shit from your own ass and realizing, hey, that wasn't a smart thing to do. Okay? Which starts pretty early. The thing is this, you're being bombarded with all these social environmental dynamics. And as when you're of a little age, it's a challenge, okay, to understand what's going on here, because if it hasn't been already installed in you. And that's another thing before we sign off here. It's not about age, people. It's about mindset. It's about your mentality, which can be altered. So learn to always be in conversation. As I've got this little post-it here in my car. To learn to always be in conversation with your ideas until they're seen and heard. Okay, this is hashtag power of manifestation. Learn, write this one down. Learn to always be in conversation with your ideas until they're seen and heard. So that's about me saying to my girlfriend, stop feeding the fucking bullshit. That's the thing. Just flip the switch. Like, literally turn the piece of paper over. You understand? Turn it over and start to entertain the possibilities. That's what gets you excited. That's what makes people go through the mud or through the thorns without complaining to get to the greener pastures. See, this is what I'm getting at. It's like, a lot of people, in the silence, as you're removing the thorns from your feet, think about this, that you chose to walk across, you chose to walk across the footpath. You understand? And then now you're complaining that you got thorns in your feet. Well, why didn't you wear shoes? Oh, I didn't have any shoes. People, there's always an option. Fucking strap some bottles to your feet. You understand? There's always an option. There is always an option. Then you need to ask yourself, hey, how did I get here? Instead of, why is this always happening to me? Ask a power question. What is it that I've been doing that brought me to this moment, or to this situation, or to this event, or to this circumstance? Then you need to own that and go, okay, then the question will be, okay, so from here, what is it that I must do? Or what is it that I'm willing to do now? Right? Because what is it that I'm willing, you're highlighting that, okay, I'm ready to make effort. What is it that I'm willing to do now that's going to put me in a direction, or along a path that's going to alter the course of my life, that matches my ideas, aspirations, impressions, and ambitions. Okay? And so another one is just to keep saying things like this. I'm so happy and grateful for all the wonderful outcomes that exist in my reality right now. And you might, look, this is the thing. There's the moment you debate all of this, you've got to wake up and go, oh, this is why I keep getting in the poo. Okay. So I'm getting presented all this information that has the ability to enhance who I am. All I need to do is take it on board, make the decision to implement it, to cast the seeds onto the garden of your mind, into the garden of your soul, into your spirit, and then feed that which is of a benefit, nurture that which is of a benefit. And this will present the wonderful outcomes that exist in your reality now. And if you look, the thing is, this is the little trick here in your mind. Many people have done this. Like right now, wherever you are, and I would say, count all the white things that are in your room right now, or wherever you are, look around you. So where I'm in front of a resort, it just so happens to be called White Shells. So the front garden here is white, along the poles up there is white, the back of my phone's white, this is white. I've got white here in the receipt. There's another receipt white. And my book is white. I've got a ping pong down here. It's white. There's another business card here that's white. Oh, hey, my shirt's freaking white. My hat's white. White on this pen. Oh, the buckets are white. Got an extension lead back here. White. Actually, the car I'm in's white. Now, what am I getting at here? When you give yourself a command, or someone gives you a command or direction to focus on something of a particular nature, once you make the decision, the conscious decision, the command to your conscious mind to look for these things, you will find them. So the direction, where are you looking? Where are you going? What are you looking at in life? If you're constantly in this state of complaint, oh, everything's shit, nothing goes right. Well, what are you looking? That's what you're making a decision to look at these things. Let's look. They're like a color. So now, let's test that. Let's say blue is the change. Blue is the color of change. That's you doing. Okay, the color of the change. So look around you now, wherever you are, and look for blue. Oh, so the card near me is blue. The cover on is blue. And I mean, you got tones of blue, so there's like, I think I got like a donut there is blue. In here, actually, my floor mats are blue. Coat hanger here is blue. Oh, actually, that bottle I picked up before, blue. Oh, LED light here, blue on the USB charger. There's blue on this little rubber ball. Girlfriend's key tag. There's a little blue smiley face. What else? Oh, yeah, so blue on the tip of this pen. There's blue on the recycle bag. Oh, there's blue freaking on seatbelt sash thing. There's a blue back here. Oh, there's blue on the recycle bag. Oh, there's blue back here. Oh, there's a blue bag down there. I mean, if I look, and this is the thing, if I open up the freaking glove box, I'm looking for blue. Oh yeah, okay, this is, okay. Job I used to work at, that's their business card. Alright. So that's what I mean, you make the effort. Oh, it's not working out. You need to make the effort. So go open up the glove box, look underneath the seat, pick up the fucking carpet, empty out the vacuum cleaner bag. You know what I'm getting at? Make the effort. Go and look. Go make the effort. And you will find the answer. You will find the information. You will find which way it is that you need to go. You will find something going on in yourself. Oh yeah, so the blue one, Rhythm Vision sound activated sunglasses by Mikey Boise. Okay, so if you want, actually, and that's real, by the way. So if you're looking at a change, you have the ability to loan some money, let's say $5,000, loan $5,000, get back to me, because I have a direct line of communication with the inventor, and you can start a night market, right? Selling these glasses. You just have a little speaker set up. I can hook you up with a little cool speaker. You have some music playing, and the glasses go to certain beat volumes like bass, treble, and whatever else you got going. So you can have the glasses set at certain pitch levels, where if it's the glasses will go right. Then maybe you got another beat that's on the glasses will go so right. This is pretty cool. So how did that now, what was going on through your mind right now? If you're watching this and you've been having a shit day or whatever, you come across this video and you've just been fast forwarding and you got to this part and you're like, wow, that's pretty cool. What changed in you right now? You feel that? You got into the story that I was telling you, right? And then you started feeding your mind with images of the possibility, the potential outcome, all the wonderful outcomes that exist in reality right now. Okay? You were having a little bit of a conversation with the idea in your mind just then. Oh yeah, fucking music. Oh, that would be cool. And then you probably go, how much are they? Well, let's say you had the $5,000 and you buy, that would probably get you maybe 150, 200 units. Maybe. I'd have to work out a really good deal for you on that one. But money talks. Effort talks. So let's just say you get 5,000, and that gets you. Let's say that gets you 300 glasses. I'm not sure quite what the mass is. It's something like, let's say it's $12.50 glasses, because it costs a bit to fucking make them, right? So we're in here to make profit. Everyone, we need to make profit, people. So let's say you buy them at $12.50, $15 a pair, and now because of the way that they are, you have the ability to sell them for $50, $60, right? Straight off the bat. Then you add a little night market, people are having a drink, there's a little bit of that party vibe, which is what they're going to aim at. But they're also, you can use them as a safety feature when you're riding a bike at night, right? Because it'll pick up the traffic noises and stuff like this, and also people will see you because freaking glasses are blinking. So anyway, now your mind's going, now you're thinking of the potential outcome, thinking, oh, I could sell them for this much and make that much money. They cost me this much per glass, so it would cover my costs. I'd be able to buy more, and if I double down all the money that I save and I pay for the store fee, so on, so on, so on, and then I just basically reinvest instead of, maybe I take a little bit out, or you just go, no, reinvest it all again. And what did we buy? We bought 300. Then let's just say you want to amp it up and you want to buy 1,000. Well, you sold, well, let's do that, so 50 at 300, I think that's 15 grand. So I'm not sure if that's right, figure it out. You can potentially keep 5 grand and then go, well, hey, can I get 1,000 glasses for $10? And that would be obviously the minimum. $10 is, so you got $250 off the initial cost price. So now you're buying 1,000 at a time at $10,000, and then you're selling them for $50, $60. To do the maths, you sell them for 50. There's 1,000. Simple maths right there. It's 50 grand. So you just go, all right, now I'm gonna buy fucking 50 grand. What are we selling them? 1,000 for a 10. Fuck, you know what I'm saying? You go for it. So now you could buy fucking 30,000 units, and now you could actually start looking at leasing up a shop and fucking selling it as a legitimate little business now, like a kiosk, or go to nightclubs. See where I'm going with this? I'm feeding the potential of the idea. I'm having a conversation with the idea, and you keep having a conversation with it, and then you put it in. The conversation is also through its physical application. You understand that? That conversations is not just about audio. There's a physical conversation, and that's behaviors, that's doing, that's living. You're having a conversation with energies now on a new level. So, boom. See where this is going? You see where this is going? That's another important. Do you see where this is going? In the beginning, what direction are you taking in life? Which way are you heading? How are you thinking? How are you behaving? It all intertwines with it, and communication and language indicate certain things, certain images, certain feelings, certain behaviors, certain outcomes. And the magical, awesome thing about it is that you, me, everyone that has, like I said, that has ability, literally, you have the ability to go to the toilet when you need to go to the toilet, and look after yourself and eat the right food, because you do. Drink the water when you're thirsty. Then you have the ability to alter your life to bring about all this benefit. And it's just a process of constantness, consistency. So let's finish with this one, just to really bring home the message. This is from Les Brown, and he was probably told by a wiser man before him that a man wanted to grow bamboo, Chinese bamboo, before it actually becomes a seedling. It takes 5 years. So when you plant the seed, and then before it actually shows signs of that seed has formed some type of plant, it's 5 years. And he said, so you can imagine the conversation around the community would be like this. Someone says, "Man, hey man, what are you doing?" This is, "I heard you're growing bamboo. Where is it?" It takes 5 years before it actually starts to come to the surface. 5 years? Are you kidding me, man? What are you doing? What are you doing? Wasting your time watering the ground on something that isn't going to grow in 5 years. That doesn't make sense to me. That's right. It doesn't make sense to that person, but you know what you're doing by constantly feeding the idea that it's going to grow, because you just know that that's how it happens. Because someone else grew bamboo and you ask them, they go, "Oh yeah, it takes 5 years before it grows," but then after that it grows like 90 feet in 1 week or 2 weeks, or something ridiculous, right? Because what has it been doing over that 5 years? It's been developing a root system, right? And then once it gets to sunlight, it just goes bang. So this is what it is in life. Think about that. 5 years. Give yourself 5 years. And just feed the idea. Feed the idea. A lot of people, we keep getting distracted. So it's not that it's hard, people. You're just getting distracted. You're not staying focused. You're not putting in the constant effort. Just effort. You go to my Facebook group, Lifestyle Creation Advisory, and on the cover is a man chipping away at a stone. And the same thing. It's representing that you've got to chip away with a purposeful idea of the outcome that you seek to present itself. That's the key. It's not about a secret. It's not about a secret. That's just fucking buzz talk. There is hidden information. A secret just makes it sound more sacred. Okay, so there's probably some sacred information, hidden information, but you got to go look. Like I said, go look for colors of blue. Open up the glove box. Look under things. Go look. Go be the hunter of the answer instead of the bearer of the question. You understand that? So many people hanging on to all these question, and then you're told, oh, there's no wrong question, which there's a validation to that, but I think you're misusing your time and your energy. Have the question, and then immediately go on a freaking hunt. Where is there a lot of blue? All right, then start looking, and away you go. Does that make sense? So, thank you for staying on, watching this video. I appreciate it. Listening, whatever you've been doing, however it comes to you. Or maybe I dissect this up into parts, and then I just have one kick-ass long video. If you feel like just knuckling in, you really need some motivation or stimulation, then it's up to you from there on in to keep feeding the system within you on your own accord. These videos and books and audios that bring benefit to your life, think of them as fertilizer. They assist the process. They don't make the process happen. They assist it. You understand that? So it's up to you as the individual, as the divine intellectual being that was made from cosmic energies. Okay, because here's something to think about. That we are not a body. We're a community of cells. I think it was 70 trillion cells, Bruce Lipton said. Right? And each one of those cells, or was it 50 trillion? It's a lot of cells, right, that are in your body, because each one of them is an individual cell that works together, communes together, which you are the governor of. So you imagine right now in you is your own planetorial system. And each one of these cells has a minus and a negative charge, which creates something like 1.4 volts, they say. Okay, so that's pretty freaking interesting. That a cell, on a microscopic level, and then on an atomic level, there's 1.4 volts of pure energy. So this is where you have those moments where I'm feeling really pumped right now. So that's your cells, each one of the cells going vibrating at on a pure charge. So go after the information, look for the white, look for the blue, and if you're seeing a lot of black, that's because you're focusing on it. Peace out, people. Be good, be great, be fucking brilliant. Learn to become the master yourself, because it's the ongoing lessons in life, it's the ongoing schooling and education. And remember, the way you conduct yourself is based on how you educate yourself. See you.